A very warm welcome to all the new subscribers and lots of love and regards, as always, to all the existing ones. I hope everyone is doing well, and it has been an absolute honor being a twin flame and walking this path with each one of you. As a disclaimer, I'd like to mention that this audio is not for people who are overweight because of excessive eating or an unhealthy lifestyle. Always consult a doctor or a licensed nutritionist if a health issue or food intolerance persists. I request all my overseas clients to not send any payments through PayPal, as I have temporarily deactivated PayPal. At the moment, I'm accepting reading requests only from clients living in India, and for the women clients in India, I have recently introduced a money and abundance workshop, which will be a phone consultation with me for selected individuals. If you'd like to get more details about what exactly that offering is, feel free to email me. And for the rest of you, thank you to all those people who continue to trust me for my offerings. Thank you to all my returning clients, subscribers, listeners, and to all those amazing people who leave their kind comments under the comments section. In my book, Conversation with the Twin Flame, on page number 30, I have discussed about spiritual exhaustion and some common ascension symptoms during the dark night of the soul. One such symptom happens to be weight gain. But the question is, how do we know that the extra weight on a person's body is not due to an unhealthy lifestyle? Instead, it is a weight gain because of spiritual awakening. The best way to know this is when, despite healthy eating habits and knowing all about sensible eating, no matter how much you work out or exercise, you are unable to lose weight. All your medical reports are absolutely normal, yet the extra weight just seems to latch on to you. When this happens, you can be rest assured that the extra weight is because of an ascension symptom. I also request every person to note that each person's awakening journey is different. The symptoms will vary, but based on my observation and based on my personal experience, what I can tell you is that on the twin flame path, 90% of the times it is the feminine twin flame, that is the person holding the feminine energy. Of course, this is not gender specific, but what I'm trying to say is that the person who is the feminine twin flame, 90% of the times it's the feminine twin flame who ends up putting on weight. Now, I don't think there's any person on earth who would volunteer to be overweight, because everyone wants to look and feel fit. But when it comes to spiritual weight gain, there's more to the weight than meets the eye. And in this audio, we're going to discover the 4 underlying reasons behind a person's spiritual weight gain. So, reason number 1, trapped emotions and trauma. Now, what you need to understand is that fat is nothing but energy, and our bodies are not designed to overeat or crave things that do us harm. When fat builds up in our body, it can indicate holding on to things, retaining things, or a fear of letting go. When we hold on to anger, resentment, jealousy, or end up having feelings of guilt, shame, suppressed emotions, these dense emotions get stored in the form of fat. Our body's metabolism and the secretion of hormones is controlled through the brain activity. Our brain works in response to our thoughts, which can either be fear-based or they can be love-based. Now, fear-based thoughts such as guilt, shame, insecurity, low self-esteem, this energy is very contracting, and dark gray in color for those of you who know how to read auras or who have done healing, some sort of a healing modality. These are nothing but old thought forms that get stuck and refuse to move even with the best of diet plan and exercise. So your fat or the extra fat is all the anger and hate that you have consciously or subconsciously directed towards yourself and others. Reason number 2, black magic and spell work. Believe it or not, guys, there are low vibrational souls who engage in black magic rituals and cast dark spells to ruin people's health, their looks, their beauty, finances, and their abundance sheer out of jealousy. But believe me when I say this, and I'm 100% sure of this, black magic and spell work has zero impact on twin flames, light workers, and on any God-fearing pure soul. None of it affects or impacts any genuine twin flame light worker or a pure soul. Dark spells work only on those people who are weak-willed, weak-minded, or those embroiled in addictions. Secondly, anyone who consciously uses their energy to harm, attack, or belittle a pure soul, there is no doubt about the fact that that person is going to face God's wrath. My last video on YouTube clearly explains the downfall of all the spiritual hypocrites and how they are about to suffer and what kind of consequences they have, invited for themselves in their own lives. Reason number 3, extra weight due to narcissistic abuse. Now, I personally feel this is an extremely important point. Only those who have lived with narcissistic family members will tell you what a living hell it is and how emotionally draining it feels to be in the presence of a narcissist. And that's because you are constantly walking on eggshells and you are constantly living in a state of panic when you're with a narcissist. Narcissists suck out the life force energy from you, which makes you feel so depleted that despite knowing all about clean eating and benefits of exercising, one has zero energy left to look after themselves. Due to your inability to freely live your life and to freely express yourself, you end up constantly suppressing your true feelings. And what is suppressed shows up in our body in different ways, one of which happens to be weight gain. Narcissists will always deflect all their darkness onto you. They are sadists, or rather sadists, who love to damage our soul. For example, a wife will cook and feed unhealthy meals, then mock at her husband's weight gain, thereby damaging their self-esteem. Parents feeding junk food to the child and complaining why they are so fat. Narcissists cannot stand to see you flourish, so they will do everything in their capacity to say and do things that crush your soul. And if you cry or seek an explanation for their ridiculous behavior, they'll only end up accusing you of overreacting. Reason number 4, weight gain due to spiritual downloads. Genuine twin flames, light workers, and genuine spiritual teachers who work with large crowds, or people who have many clients, or those involved with intense energy work, can end up being slightly overweight. And this is purely because, if you ask me, they have to ground lots of energy for themselves and others. When you are dealing with so many people, you have to be in a state of peace, obviously, because if you are not in a peaceful state, you will not be able to guide others. But dealing with multiple people and numerous clients from all walks of lives, this involves a lot of energy, and therefore in fact, I would say some blessed individuals have a powerful team of guides, and they receive a lot of spiritual downloads and channeled messages. And therefore what happens is that in this case the extra layer of fat acts like a shield or protection, just the way we wrap a delicate crystal in bubble paper to ensure it does not crack. A frail body will not be able to handle such intense spiritual downloads. So despite eating less and knowing all about clean eating, their nature of work sometimes demands them to have this extra layer of fat. Some of the greatest spiritual masters in this world are completely healthy and they carry around what society deems as excess weight. They say that as Buddha got closer to ascending, his belly got huge due to his diaphragm enlarging to accommodate the whole ascension process. Now the question is, how and when does the extra weight release and come back to a healthy state? So the simple answer to that would be when you are completely in balance in your life, your weight automatically shifts to the optimum level for you. When you love yourself and align with yourself on an emotional and spiritual level, it allows you to eat the diet that is perfect for you and your body. You don't have to, wait to eat because it's lunchtime or you have to have a bowl of cereal in the morning. All you need to do is to simply listen to your body and eat things that make you feel energetic, vibrant, and alive. In fact, in her book, You Can Heal Your Life, the author shares specific target areas where fat gets stored in our body and what that means. For example, fat stored in the arms can mean anger at being denied love. Fat on the hips can be lumps of stubborn anger at parents. In the end, what we need to understand is that our natural state is love, and the twin flame journey is all about learning to come into a state of unconditional love for the self and others. The energy of love is beautiful and expansive. True love is selfless. True love is not based on I love you only when you have six-pack abs, or I love you only when you obey me. Any person who claims to love you, whether that is a friend, a parent, or a spouse, or a boyfriend, anyone who claims to love you while expecting you to be their mute slave is not worth having in life. Healing doesn't occur in one day, but one day you will rise above every limitation, and that includes your extra weight. Let me know, guys, if you'd like to have a part 2 of this audio in which we address ways to protect ourselves from narcissistic abuse and handle energy vampires like a boss. And therefore, all I would say in the end is be kind to yourself. We all go through ups and downs in life. Do not compare your happiness with someone else's. You have your own unique path to follow. We all have different body types, but what is important is that sooner or later, anyone who is on the path of spiritual awakening or on the twin flame journey, they will wake up to their inner divinity and they will stop giving control to outsiders. And a day comes wherein you realize that I have the power to fully heal myself. And it's exactly 14 minutes as I say that. So guys, on that note, I hope you found this audio to be useful, and feel free to leave your comments. And anyone guided to connect for a reading in India can visit each section of my website. Make sure you read the about section of the channel, and only after that you connect with me. On that note, I wish you all the very best. Have a lovely month ahead, and that's it for me for now. Take care, guys. Lots of love. Bye.